Hello friends, welcome back. So in this video we will continue our questions activity. Here this is the activity that we have built so far. In this, if we click on any of the option, nothing is happening. So we will correct this. If we click on any of the option should turn blue with the selected layout. Also we need to store the selected value in our array, okay, the option that is selected by the user. Okay, so let's do this. So go to the Android Studio. Here go to the questions activity. Here, not in question activity, go to the questions adapter class. This is our questions adapter class. Here we have questions list. Okay, now go to the questions model class. So this is our questions model class. Here we have variables for question, option A, B, C, D and correct answer. So we don't have any option for to save selected answer. So let's create this variable first. So create a variable private int selected answer, and then this will store the answer that is selected by the user. Okay, now add this to this constructor in last. Here int selected answer, and then here we will initialize this dot selected answer is equal to selected answer. Okay, and also we need to create a getter and setters for this selected answer. So enter, and here press alt insert and then select getters and setters, and then select this selected answer and press OK. So these are our getters and setters. Now come to the questions adapter class. Here come down in this set data. Here in this class view holder we have these buttons, option A, B, C and D. Now we will set click listener to these buttons. Okay, so in set data, here we will set the click listeners. So option A dot set data, set on click listener, new on click listener. So this is the function that is clicked that is called when user click on the option A. Okay, similarly we will create other functions. Option A similarly for option B, set on click listener, new on click listener. So this is the function that will be called when user click on option B. Similarly option C dot set on click listener, new on click listener, and similarly for option D dot set on click listener, new on click listener. Now what we want is when user click on any of the options, we need to change the background of that option. Means we need to select the that option and save that option to the selected answer. Okay, so for this we will create a function and we will name it select option. Here we will pass a reference of the button that is clicked. So button reference is option A, so we will pass option A, and then we will pass the value of this the position of this option. So it is first option, so we will pass 1, and then we will pass the question number that is displayed. So here position refer to the question that is displayed, so we will pass the position here as a last parameter. So this is the question that is currently displaying on the screen. Okay, so we'll pass these 3 parameters, and then we will define this function here. After this set data, here we will define private void select option, and here first is a button reference, so button, then we have button position, or you can say option number, and the last parameter is question ID. So this is question ID. Okay, so these are our 3 parameters. Then here we have two scenarios like this, as you can see in this screen. Here we have 2 scenarios. One is when the question is displayed, we haven't any answer selected yet, so this is our first case. And the next case would be when user already have a selected answer. Okay, so these are the 2 scenarios when a question will be displayed to the user. So first consider case 1, when user haven't selected any of the options yet. Okay, so go to the Android Studio. Here for this we will create another variable here in button, comma, let's name it previous selected button. Okay, and then in set data, here we will set this previous selected button is equal to null. We will initialize this with null. Sorry, not here in selected, we will do this here in constructor. Okay, we will initialize this with null. Okay, and here in select option we will check if previous selected button is equal to null, means we haven't selected any of the options yet. This is our first case, and the second case is in else. Okay, so if first case, if we haven't selected any of the options yet and user click on any of the button, then we have to simply change the background of that button, and we will save that option ID to the selected answer of the question. Okay, variable of the question. Okay, so first change the background. This is the button reference that is clicked, so btn dot set background resource, and here we will pass the selected button background, that is r.drawable dot selected button, and then we will save the option ID to the selected answer. Okay, so G question list, G question list, it's in DB query, so DB query dot G question list, dot get the question that is currently displayed, that the user have answered. So this is the question that is currently displayed. So question ID, we will get the question from the list, and then we will set its selected answer, set selected answer, and we will pass the option number that is clicked. So this is our option number, so we'll pass this here. So this option will be saved to the selected answer of this question. Okay, so this way we will store the selected answer, that is selected option that is clicked by the user. So if user clicked on the first option, so its value is 1, option number, so 1 is stored to the selected answer. Okay, then we will also change the previous selected button. We will change its value to btn. Okay, now this button is clicked, so it will be our previous selected button. Now come to the next part, that is else case. Here we already have a option selected, that is that's id is stored in this previous selected button. Sorry, not id, its reference is stored in this previous selected button. So like we have a case like this. Here we have one selected button like this, and here we also have two cases. One is when user click on the other option. If this is the scenario, like here we have a second option is already selected, and suppose if user click on this third option. So one case is if user select the if user click on the button that is other than the selected button, like 1, 3 or 4. If user click any of these, we need to do is change this background to the selected button, and also we need to change this previously selected button to the unselected. Okay, and the second case is here if user click on this already selected button. Here we have a second option is already selected, and if user select this option again, then what we want to do is we will clear this selection. We will change this its background to unselected. Okay, so if user click on this second option, we will change it to unselected, and if user click any of the other options, then we will change that option background to selected and change this second option to unselected. Okay, so here in this also we have two cases. So here we have two cases. One is if previous selected button dot get id is equal to btn dot get id, means the button that is selected by the user, that is clicked by the user, is already selected. Okay, if it's already selected, what we will do is we will change this to unselected. So we change its background. Here we will change btn dot set background resource. Set background resource, here we will pass unselected, r dot drawable dot unselected button. Okay, so we have changed its background, and also we need to change the set selected answer. So db query dot g question list dot get here we will pass question id. We will get the question, and we will set the set selected answer to -1. Okay, means no option is selected, 0 1 2 3 4, so its unselected value is suppose -1. Okay, then we need to do one more thing. We need to set the previous selected button to null. Okay, because now what will be the situation, we don't have any selected option. Okay, so because we have already selected button and we clicked on the same button, so now we don't have any selected option. Okay, so this is the one case, and in this we have other case in else. In this case, previously selected button id is not equal to this currently clicked button. Okay, so here we need to do two things. First we will clear the previously selected button, so previously selected button dot set background resource to r dot drawable dot unselected. Okay, we'll change this previously selected button to unselected, and we will change this currently click button to selected button, so r dot drawable dot selected button. Okay, so we have changed their backgrounds. Now we will store the store the selected option to our selected answer. So db query dot g question list dot get question id. Here we will get the question and we will set selected answer to our currently clicked option, that is our option number. Okay, and also we will change the previously selected button reference to our btn. Now this is our that is clicked currently clicked button is our previously selected button. Okay, so these are the three cases. I guess they will take care all the things. They should take care. Here one more thing, we have to change we have to set this selected answer its default value to -1. So when we are setting the questions list, we have to give default -1 value to all the questions options. Okay, to all the questions, sorry. So go to the db query, go to this list, db query class. Here come down in load data, not in load data, in load questions. Here we are okay, here we are adding the values to the questions list. Okay, question model class, here we are passing question a b c d answer, and then we will get the here last parameter is our selected answer, so we'll pass -1 to this. So default selected answer is -1. Okay, so now let's run it. Okay, so this is our app. Click on the GK category, then test number 1, then here we have 5 questions. Click on the start button. So this is our question number 1, and if we select any option like this, if we click on this, okay, we forgot to assign click listener to these 3 buttons. We have assigned only to this first button. So go to the questions adapter class. Here in on click, copy this set option function, and we have to call this function from these click listeners also. So this is our, here we will pass option B and option number 2, and here also we will pass option C and option number is 3. And then here also in option D also we need to call this set option function, and here we will pass option D and option number is 4. Okay, now let's run it. So here if we click on this any of the option, like if we click on this third option, so it is selected. Okay, so this is our first case. And if we select any of the other option, like if we select on the second option, then third will be unselected and second will be our selected option. So click on this second option like this. Here we have second our selected option and third is our unselected option. Okay, similarly if we click on this already selected button, that is second option, if we click on this again, and then it will be our unselected option. So click on this second option, so it is unselected. Okay, so our algo is working fine. So select go to any other question. This is our second question. Select here. This is our third question. This is our second question. Here, then click on this. This is our fifth question. So here we have already selected the option, so it is showing selected options in previous questions. Okay, so our algo is working fine. Now we need to implement these buttons also. So first implement this clear selection button. If we click on this clear selection button, we want is to clear all the options, clear the selected option. So if we user click on this clear selection button, then we need to change this button to unselected. Okay, so go to the questions activity. Here this is our button, that is clear selection button. This is our button reference. Now we need to set click listener to this button. So go to the set click listener function. This is the set click listener functions. Here after this we will set click listener to this clear selection button. Dot set on click listener, set on click listener, new on click listener. Here in on click we have to clear the selected option. So we will first we will clear the selected option that is stored in our questions list. So g underscore questions list dot get will get the currently displayed question. Its id is stored in a question id variable. Then this is our question. Then we will get we will set the selected answer, set selected answer to -1. Okay, whatever the value is already stored, we will change this to -1. Okay, so now we need to change the background of the questions also, background of the options. Okay, to unselected. So how can we access? We can't access the options from here because they are in the questions adapter class. So what we can do from here is we will redisplay our recycler view. Okay, so we will re-init our recycler view, then it will be initialized to the default values. Okay, so here question adapter, sorry, what is the variable name of our adapter? Here in here where is our adapter? It is our question adapter. So it's a local variable, make it a global variable. So copy this from here and change it to this question adapter and declare this variable here outside of this function. So this way we can access this variable down there in on click listener. Here we will access this question adapter dot notify dataset change. So we will call this function notify dataset change. It means we will tell the recycler view that its dataset have been changed, so it will reinit itself. Okay, so now it should display unselected buttons. Okay, so let's run it. Here, like if we select any of the option and if we press the clear selection button, okay, okay, so we have a problem here. We haven't given any values while initializing these views in question adapter. We have to give some value whether selected or unselected. Okay, so that's why if it is reinitializing, it will be not changing these values because we haven't given any value while initializing these buttons. Okay, so go to our question adapter class. Here in view holder class, here in constructor, then first the constructor will be called, then we will call this set data class. Here we are not initializing this buttons background. Okay, so we have to initialize the buttons background to some value so that it will be changed when this adapter reinitializes. Okay, so from here we will call a function that is set options, and hey, okay, we already have a select option. Okay, we have select option, this is our set option. Okay, it's different, and in this we will pass variables. Say first is button reference, then the button value, then the question ID, that is a position, and we will define this function set option here after select option. Here after this, sorry, it is else. After this select option, here we will initialize this variable. We will define this function void set option. First is a button reference btn, then int option number, then last is our question ID. In this we will initialize the buttons to unselected buttons. Sorry, not unselected. We will check if the button is, if the option is a selected one, then we will change, we will set the background to the selected option, and if it's not a selected answer equal to the, sorry, it's not equal to the selected answer option, then we will change its background to, set its background to unselected. Okay, so first we will check if g question ID, that is db query dot g question list dot get question ID. So this is our question. We will check its selected answer, get selected answer. We will get a selected answer and we will check if it's equal to this option number. Okay, if it's equal to this option number means this option is a selected one option, so we will change its background to selected one. So btn dot set background, that is source, r dot drawable dot selected button. Okay, and in else, if it's not equal to this option number, selected answer is not equal to this option number, then we will change this button background to unselected one, drawable dot unselected button. Okay, so this way we will set the values initially and also when the adapter reinitialize itself. Okay, so we need to call this set option for all the options. Here we have called this for option A. We'll copy this and paste it 3 more times. 1 2 2 3 for all the options. This is for option B, and we will pass 2 here, 3, here 4. It's our fourth option, and we will change this button reference. This is D, this is C. So we will call we have called this set option for all the buttons. So now let's run it again. Here select any option like this, and now click on this clear selection. Okay, now it has cleared this selected option because it has reinitialized its views and reset these options according to the selected or not selected. Okay, like if we select this option here of the question number 1, and if we change to the question number 2, and we click on this option number 3, and if we click clear selection here, it will clear only the option of this, only this question. Okay, if we click here clear selection, so it has cleared this option number 3, so it has cleared only options of this, only this question. If we go to the previous question, we already have this selected one option here. Okay, so it will clear only the question that is currently displayed. Okay, like here this question is displaying, so if we click on clear selection, it will clear only here, not here. Okay, so this is take care by the last change that we have done. So that way we can store the options that is selected by the user, and also we can clear the selections of different questions. So that's it from this video, guys. If you like this video, please press the like button and also subscribe to our channel. Thank you.